So the power of these new technologies combined with the fact that we haven't have major investments, we don't have any legacy stuff available which we need to junk, is actually the right point if we are at the right position to make use of this technology. Let's talk about the last piece of technology, which is consumerization of IT. You know, when I started in college, in Guild Engineering College, there was this big old mainframe, and for 5,000 students, that was the only computer available. So it's one computer to many people. Think of the situation today. For every individual, there are multiple devices. You carry a smartphone, you carry a tablet, and you definitely carry a laptop, and if you're a smart one, you're carrying a Dell laptop. And you're taking it to your office. And you really want to use all these devices, not only at home, you wanted to use it at your office as well. And this brings a very unique opportunity for all of us. It allows our employees to use the same devices which they are familiar with for their corporate use as well. And it brings big opportunities for vendors like Dell and Cognizant, because all of a sudden you have security issues to deal with. You have imaging issues to deal with. You have management issues to deal with. But the power of having technology being used at home and at corporate in a very seamless fashion, that is going to be the future. That is why we don't really want technology to be the CIO's problem. We want technology to be CEO's problem, like Mr. Ravi's problem and Ashok's problem. Because that is where we can compete. So how do we make use of these changes? How do we make use of this technology innovation which is happening? I think if you look at the domestic IT industry in India, which is about $17 billion, but the opportunity is humongous. Only 100 households in 1,000 in India has access to computers. In China, it's close to 30 in 1,000 has access to computers. In China, about 150. 5 times. In Brazil, 25% of households have computers. If you look at our small and medium companies today in India, 1/3 has any access to technology, which is basically a computer. 2/3 of our SMEs don't adopt any technology. And the spend of our companies in IT, which is close to 2%, is the lowest among emerging countries. And I don't have to tell you about the lack of governance, e-governance in government and hospitals. But the good news is the realization is there and changing fast. Concepts like UID and Aadhaar is going to bring technology much closer to our masses than it has ever done before. So how do we make use of this technology? What should small and medium enterprises do to take care of this technology to expand their business? I think we are at exciting times. And especially in places like Coimbatore and Tirupur, there are such a big clusters of industries. Whether it's textile, whether it's manufacturing, it presents a great opportunity for adoption of technology. Technology, one, cannot be associated with back office. Sridhar pointed out. Just because you're using email and you have computers to take care of financial and accounting systems, that is not the power of technology. The true power of technology is finding out ways to offer differentiated value to your customers. You might be in a commodity industry. There is no better commodity industry than just giving milk. But there is a company which found out a way to use technology to get that commodity in a cheaper, more reliable fashion to its customers. And the technologies are available today, give CEOs like Ravi access to new markets by leveraging social commerce, have insights about our customers using cloud computing and business intelligence, and spread the awareness among its employees using consumerization of IT. So we actually want our SMEs to really understand how technology can differentiate their value proposition to their customers. Technology should help us in the non-linear growth. Non-linear growth is not only for our software industries, but it's for all of our industries. No CEO, I am sure Ravi would agree with me, wants more employees in his companies than he absolutely needs. He would rather add 1 more crore of revenue without adding a single employee. And technology could do that. Take our banks, for example. In the last 10 years, our banking asset base has grown 20 times. The total employment in banks has gone up only 5%. And you look at the technology adoption in the banking industry, even in the textile industry, where the employment in the textile industry has remained pretty much stable. The textile exports and textile adoption within the country has grown 20% in the last 10 years. So the non-linearity of the business is going to come from adoption of technology. How to make our processes more efficient is going to come from technology. How to add another 1 crore of revenue without adding an overhead is going to come from technology. The third thing I would expect our SMEs to do is really look at what is core and what is non-core. I see a lot of small and medium enterprises looking at technology uses in their non-core areas, like running education, recruitment, email, document management. There are ready packaged applications available for all of this. So for every non-core, I would expect the SMEs to find commodity software to use, so that they can use every dollar, every rupee available on things which can differentiate them. You know, as a thumb rule, in the last decade, 70% of all technology spend was done on just keeping the lights up. Maintenance, servers and storage, email management. 30% was spent on innovation. What the new technology could help us actually change it on its head. We would want less than 30% spent on all of this non-core, keep the lights on processes, and 70% done on innovation. And Coimbatore is a phenomenal place to try these innovations. In fact, in NASSCOM, we have an initiative to drive adoption of technology in SMEs, and we're looking at Coimbatore and Tirupur as 2 clusters where we can bring and showcase how clusters like textile and how clusters like manufacturing could use the new technology with the help of the central government. So that is why conferences like these are very critical. It creates the dialogue. It creates idea exchange. It gives you guys the visibility. It gives our domestic companies and the IT service providers like Cognizant the great opportunity to look into the domestic market. And that's why I was very excited to come to Coimbatore, apart from my personal reasons. And if you are from Coimbatore and if you want to go home and talk about today's day, please don't mention that I've talked about my in-laws, because some of your relatives could be my relatives. But with that, I wish this conference a great success. I think it's going to be a fun day, and I hope you will discuss how technology adoption could help companies in the Coimbatore and the Tirupur belt to be more competitive, to compete globally, and offer differentiated service to our customers. And when you need technology, you know where to turn to. Dell is here, Dell is in Coimbatore. Thank you.